All right, good afternoon. The Chairman, Human Rights Defenders and Access to Justice Advocate Center, our legal department, co-comrades and the viewers. I am Queen Mrs. Solution live from Ikeja Allen Avenue branch, 93 to be precise, who have a case of breach of contract reported by Mrs. NWAMAKA LORETA against Mr. Idowu Johnson over a visa scam as rated or stated by the complainant, which amount to the tune of 1,275,000, approximate 1,275,000, approximately 1.3 million. Please join us as we interview for a peaceful resolution. I appeal to you, you subscribe to our YouTube channel on Access to Justice TV and follow us on our social media handles, Facebook, Human Rights Defenders and Access to Justice Advocate Center, and Human Rights Defenders and Access to Justice Advocate Center Alternative. Those are all that, and you can also follow us on our Twitter. For further information, you can visit our website on www.hrdac.org.ng. I would so appreciate if you share as you join us and also have a meaningful contribution via your comment section. Thank you very much. And once again, good afternoon and hope you are enjoying your midweek. Okay. Yeah. It's okay. Nice side. All right, Mrs. Idowu Loretta, how are you, ma?
I'm fine.
Okay, let's hear you out. What is the issue?
On the 3rd of October, my husband called one of his friend. My husband called one of his friend. They both stays at Calabar before he traveled to Italy. So the friend wants to do paper, and he was looking for where to do his paper for traveling. At the time, he got somebody that was doing it for him. So when my husband contacted him that day, he told him that he have seen where he's doing his paper. So my husband have to ask him how is the person and everything. He said it's okay, that is somebody that he is one of his students whom he's teaching, that introduced him to the man. So he collected his number, the number of the man doing the traveling paper from him. On the 4th of October, on that 3rd of
Coordinate your statement. Coordinate yourself.
okay,
Coordinate yourself.
on that 3rd of October, my husband now have to call the man, and the both of them talk about it, and he said these are the necessary things I need to bring: my COVID card, my affidavit, and my passport, and my national ID card. These are the things, and my results. These are the things I need to bring to him, and what he will use in doing the paper is 1.3. So
What kind of paper?
traveling paper.
What do you mean by traveling paper?
I want going there to meet him and there to stay with him. But
Not
he's
visa.
doing schooling, for schooling, doing it through schooling.
Right. Which country?
Italy.
Okay.
So the both of them talk, and he said, okay, that I will come to his office
Family
tomorrow.
reunion.
I will come to his office tomorrow. So the next day, which is on the 4th of October, I went there, and I gave him everything, and I transferred
Are you okay?
535,000 to.
Can you put yourself together?
Okay.
Because what you are talking, me that you are talking to, I don't understand what you are saying. You are not composed. And I don't know if there's anything in front of you that is distracting you. I thought it's
No,
a convers or you are lying against the man.
no,
I thought it's a conversation between you, a transaction between you and him.
yes.
So why are you behaving as if something is distracting you? How did you meet this man, please?
It's my husband, a friend
Yes.
of his,
Yeah.
introduced him to the man.
Yeah.
So they both talk about it because he's also doing paper for that his friend is also doing paper in the hand of the man. So
Mm-hmm.
my husband asked him, how did he know the man? He said he know him through a guy that is at Alaba with Alaba International where he's working.
Mm-hmm.
That is lecturer in school.
Who
So
is the lecturer?
this same man, the
This
man
very
doing the
man.
traveling paper.
Lecturer in which school?
I don't know the school.
Okay, go ahead.
So he now said, hope he know the man very well. He said, yes, he know the man, he know him very that the person said he's doing traveling paper, that he trusts him. Okay, my husband now said, okay, can you give me the phone number of the man so that I can contact him? And my husband collected the phone number from him. So my husband have to call them on October 3rd. My husband called him and he told him the necessary things that I need to bring, and he's going to use 1.3 to do the paper. So they concluded that very day, and the next day my husband said I will go to his office. So the next day I went to his office and I gave him everything he required, my national ID card, my passport and affidavit, and my results and my result. So I now transferred to him 535,000 because he said I'm going to do computer training, that it will be attached to that schooling so that he can be able to help me in my traveling. So I did that computer training there. So as he's doing the paper, we have to call him. So I gave him the money, and after everything, I left. So later on, we started contacting him, asking him how is the paper going. We started contacting him and asking him how is the paper going. He said he's still working on it. So at a time we call him again. When in November time we called him again because on the 19th of October he called again and he said that he need money to settle some things in the school, that the school is doing it through it. So that day my husband asked him how much did he need. He said he need like 400,000 for it. So my husband now said, okay, I will come to his office and give the money to him. So as I get to his office, I gave him 375,000 in transfer, and I now gave him cash with my hand 25,000, which making it 400,000, which I gave to him. So I left and we continue contacting him, asking him how is the paper going. He will tell us that the school have not yet replied. So we continue calling him. He will be giving us excuse, this excuse today, this excuse tomorrow. We'll tell him that, are you sure you are even doing this paper? He will tell us, yes, he's doing the paper. That is the school, they have not yet respond. That is all this COVID of 18 that is affecting the whole thing. We said, okay, no problem, we continue waiting. So December 7, he called my husband again and told him that he will need money for the clearance and the visa. So my husband, because I did non-appearance, so my husband now said that what he's going to give to him now will be 350,000. That he's not going to give him the remaining balance till he finish his work. So he accepted. So my husband now have to send me there again. I did transfer to him from the house. This time around, I did transfer to him from the house. So he continued doing the paper and we continue waiting, and sometime we'll call him, he will tell us that they are still he's still working on it, that we should relax, that everything is in progress. Next time again we will call him, he will tell us the same thing. So my uncle called me because my uncle know that I'm doing this paper for to travel. He called me and asked me, how is the paper going? I have to let him know that this man has been postponing us. He will tell us next month, he will tell us this month. We don't even know what to believe again. We don't know if he's even doing the paper or not. So he now said, okay, that let's be watching. So January we contacted him, the same thing. He was still telling us story. February the same thing, he was still telling us story. So my uncle now said he will come down to our place and we will go to his office to know the problem. So when we get to his office, he was now making my uncle to know that is this COVID and everything that is delaying, that is the school now that is delaying, that they are waiting for the school, he's waiting for the school to reply, that failing the month ending of that March, that it will be out. So my uncle now said, are you keeping to your word? He said yes, that even they he contacted them and they made it known to him. So he said okay, that we will wait. And now we now left that day. So we continue waiting. April, the same thing. So on that April, my husband has to call him again and ask him, are you sure you are even doing this paper? If you know you are not doing this paper, make us to know that you are not doing this paper so that we will settle everything. Everybody will go their way. You give us our money and give me back my document. You should give me back my documents and everything I gave to him. He said he's doing it, that the paper will still be. I say we know that this is a long time visa. So we now said we are tired of this waiting. So that April month ending, my uncle called again and told us that this is what we are going to do, that I am going to go to his place. He contacted my husband and make my husband know this, that I'm going to go to his place. When I go to his place, I should tell him that we are going to sign agreement. If you know that this is the particular date that this thing is coming out, you should sign the agreement with me. So my husband have to contact him and tell him this is what my uncle said. He said okay, that I should come down, we should sign the agreement. And we signed the agreement, and with it we signed the agreement, and it was on 4th of June that we signed the agreement, that if it's not out, that it will refund back everything back to me. So that 4th of June, we contacted him and he was still telling us story. We said if you know that this thing will not come out this 4th of June, please go and collect everything back for us, that we are no longer interested in this paper. Since you have been delaying us since October we started this paper with you, have we not been patient enough in this paper issue? So he said okay, that he will go and withdraw everything back. So we waited for him. That was on the 8th, the next week of it. We waited for him and he called us that he has go to that place, that this is it, that do we want the withdrawing back, or are we still going to wait, that this long term this thing used to take time. We said but we already discussed this and we signed agreement that if this thing does not work that time, that 4th June that you gave to us, please refund everything. So why are you calling us and still telling us the same thing we talk about? So he said okay, that he is going to do the withdrawing. So we waited for him a week before he did that withdrawing and called us that he has done the withdrawing. So we said okay, what about my passport and everything? You have to send it back to me, and we talk about how you will refund back my money to me. He now said that he is going to call us on how we are going to, he's going to refund everything, that he's going to do it through GFA, that is not around, that he went for work outside, that is not around. He now said, how come you are now at another place, you are working at another place, and you know you are going to return all this thing back to us? How are you going to return? He said he's going to send a dispatch rider to send it down to me. So we he said next week he's going to return everything back. So that next week we waited. Every day we call him, every day we keep on calling him. He will be giving us one excuse or the other that the dispatch rider is on his way. Tomorrow the dispatch rider will say that there is no fuel, that the dispatch rider will still get to our place. We continued like that and like that till one fateful day, the a man came to our house, to my house, because the mother first of all called me. The mother now is now involved in the case because it has been delaying, and we are even threatening him about the whole issue, that if you don't want to bring this thing, that we are going to call the police about this thing. So that was what we are telling him, that since you did not do anything, refund everything back. You keep on holding everything, both the money, both my passport. You don't want to return anything. So later on he called us and said that they will bring it down to me today. So we waited, and nobody brought anything to me. We now have to call him again. The next thing he told us was that concerning the money issue, that we are going to is going to speak, the mother is going to speak with us concerning the money issue, because already we wanted to come to this place that very day that he called us and told us that thing. So the thing made us to withdraw back coming to this place. So when it was like 3 days after he told us that thing, the mother contacted us and was asking us what is the issue, that he would like me to go to the family house where they live, and that is where him also is living. So that he wants to hear me speak from there, so that the father brother will be, the wife will be there to listen to me, and we will talk out how we are going to settle each other. So I went there at the family house, and my husband was the one that talked to her about everything, because my husband has been the one doing the calling all the time. My husband have to tell her, this is what your son have been using us to do, since he has been postponing us today, tomorrow, even now. Okay, to return the passports and the money is a problem, and he asks us to send him the exact amount and everything. We forward it to him, but still he don't want to refund the money, even the passport. So the mother now said no problem, that what will happen is that I will go, that they will bring it to my house, or they will bring it to this their family house, and I will come there to collect it. I said okay. That was how we ended the discussion, and I left that day. So later on the mother called us and said, has anybody brought the thing to the document to me? I said
You mean
nobody.
this person is not married yet, but you're calling his mother, his father, his mother, his father. Is he not a family man?
He's a family man, 52 years old.
Go ahead.
So the mother based outside the country at America.
Mhm.
So the mother now contacted us again and was begging on his behalf. So my husband, because we used to conference the call at times with my husband, so my husband was now telling her that he has seen that this your son is not truthful and is a fraud.
Yeah.
So he said, the mother now said, please, we should take it easy, that we will settle
Hello, I
everything,
can hear you.
that we don't need to have issue concerning this, so that because we don't know where we will meet each other next time. So that was what the mother was saying, and my mommy now have to take the phone from me and have to talk to the mother and said, this thing that your son is doing, is it good? My daughter that is not supposed to be here, that is married, that is supposed to be with the husband by now, your son keep on postponing them, and to the extent, okay, bring back passport, you don't want to bring back the passport, bring back money, you don't want to bring back money. That this thing is getting out of hand. So the mother was now pleading about it. The mother was pleading. So my husband now told the mother that if she know that she want to help the son out. She should help the son out. That if she don't know that, if she know that she don't want to help the son out, that she should just remove herself from this. That was what my husband told her. So she said that she's already in this, that when the family explained everything to her, that she was touched about it. So that is why she came in the picture. So my husband now said, so what is she talking about now, about everything? She said that I should not worry, that she will make everything possible, that everything gets to me, that it's very hurtful to see this happening. So that was how we ended the call that very day. So the next day, he called my husband again and told my husband that he would need me to send my address and my phone number so that the dispatch rider will bring my documents to me. So my husband now called me. My husband now called me, and I now have to forward my husband now called me, and I have to forward my address and my phone number to her. So it was up to like 1 week plus before the one very day, a man came to one very day, which is on Sunday. That was Sunday morning. A man was in my street and was calling me. He said that he's in my street, that he's with my documents, that where is my address? I told him my address. He came and he brought out envelope and handed over to me. I collected the envelope and I opened the envelope. I saw that it was only my passport that was inside the envelope. I was like, this is not everything that I gave to him. I gave him passport, I gave him my national ID card, I gave him my results, and I gave him my affidavit and my COVID card. Everything is original that I gave to him. So he now said, this is the only thing he gave to me. I said, okay, no problem. I will put him on call to know why he has to give only this one to me. So he left that very day. And I put him on call because he asked me to state down the many things for him, and I gave him the many things that is remaining. So he left that very day, and I have to contact the man. I have to contact him and ask him, why is it that it's only my passport that he sent to me? Why is he not with every other things? He said that those ones are in his office. I said, but the day we requested from my original that I should take back my original, you told us that everything is at the embassy there. Why now is it in your office? He said that is where that is not with the original. They are in his office. He went with the photocopy. I said, but this is what we told you before, that we should do photocopy and give to you and take our original back. He said the whole thing is in his office, that somebody will go there and bring it out from his office. So we waited for like getting to 2 weeks. I'm not repeating myself. We waited for like 2 weeks, and we continue calling him. What is going on? Won't you return this thing? The mother will say that he's also contacting him about it, that they are going to open the shop and look for every of the things. So that very day, one day they went there, they were looking for the things, and the man that brought the passport called me and said that the only thing he's seeing here is just my results and my COVID card. I said, but all that things, what about all that things? He said he's not seeing anything here, that he's going to bring to me the ones he saw. I said, okay, I'm waiting. So when he came with those things, I told him that this thing you came with are photocopy. These are not my original. He said this is what he saw there, that he even told the man that this is the only thing he saw inside there. He told
which man?
Idowu Johnson. He told Idowu Johnson that this is the only thing that he saw inside there.
What is the issue now? Just because people are making the issue. Is it the Facebook? Okay.
The issue now is that they are no longer communicating with us, because we now have to say, since they can't find every of my thing, because they are claiming that maybe they
Have
don't know
they
where they
given
pack
you
all the things.
your international passport?
Yes,
They've given you your international passport.
yes.
What other things are you looking for?
My results, my national ID card, my affidavit, and my COVID card.
So did you pack all the original to go and give them?
Yes, I gave
Why?
him original. That was what he requested for, and we even made him to know that we have to collect it back and give him photocopy of it. He said no, we should leave the original with him. So the next time we contacted him, he said
Your what?
everything are here.
Has he transferred your money to you?
No, he has not.
You are talking of national ID card that you can go and do affidavit and collect another one. You did not talk about the money. Has he given you your international passport?
No. The mother keep on telling us that when they recover all this thing, month ending, she's going to give us the money. So my husband was asking her, how much are you giving to us? She said she don't know for now that, but my husband have to make it clear to her that I hope you are not giving us when it's that month ending, you start giving us 200, 300. The money must be half or full.
You have not even seen one. And you are
Yes.
given condition of if it's one fire 200 or 100 or half. Give us the mass number.
080 94 19 0333.
The customer you are calling is currently not available. Please try again.
Is the only one number?
The second one is 080 50 080
Mm-hmm.
59 55 12 42.
The number you're calling is currently switched off or out of coverage. Please try again.
Call the safest number again.
090 94 19 03 33.
None of the
The
numbers.
customer you are calling is currently not available. Please try again later.
When last did you talk to him? If he's still using this number.
We have only been communicating with the mother, because each time we call in, he will be giving us excuse, and the mother herself made it clear to us that he is under treatment, which we don't know if he's lying or not, because he told us that he's on a contract work. He went for a contract work,
The
and
customer
where
you are
he's
calling
living,
is currently
where
not
he's living
available.
is no longer, they made us know that he's no longer staying there, which we don't know if it's true or they are lying to us that he's no longer staying there, because that place is the family house where he's living. And the man that been coming, that the man that brought this thing to me, even the second time he came with those photocopy, he said his hand are no longer in this thing. But inside last week, he contacted me that they want to check on those things, that I should send in those photocopy, which I refused to send in the photocopy, that
Why?
they want to search for it inside the house, because we and the mother, we have discussed on, they will do a new one about it, and we told her the price that we have go to make inquiry about it, to do the new things. So the man started calling me that there is in their house, their family house, that they want to search for those things. So I have to send my full name to him, that they will use in the searching. So them telling me that he's no longer living there, I don't believe that that thing is true. I don't know if they are using that to keep me away from coming to that place.
But you gave an address. Where?
Yes.
Is the address they serve in the letter?
The dispatch rider called me when he went there. He said that they told him that he no longer lived there. But that is the same place they called me last week and said that they want to search for my many things there.
The numbers are not good. All these numbers are not good.
I don't know if the mother I can put the mother on call.
You can put the money on call.
Am I going to do that?
Bring her phone, please.
Even the day I said, let me use my hands, I should come to the office and search myself. The man that brought this thing to me, my passport, he told me that you don't need me to come, that you don't want, they will come here and meet him in this office. It will look like something else is going on here.
I don't know. People should be very careful on.
Can my husband also appear on the conversation?
Over why? What is it going to talk? Is it going to talk on something different from what you say?
No.
The hours you talk that you are wasting people, you are taking people's energy, enough for you to coordinate and talk what is necessary. The man is not here. The man is here doubting and the husband have any contribution with him. Good at it.
I need my earpiece.
You said what?
I need my earpiece so that I can open the phone.
I don't understand.
My earpiece, I would like to go and take it.
Are you to use the earpiece or you have to put the
To-
call on speaker?
And I want to put it on speaker so that I can connect my earpiece. You can't work without my earpiece.
No. Bring our earpiece for her.
Hello?
Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Hello, good
How are
afternoon.
you?
I'm fine.
Good afternoon.
Okay, my name is Mrs. Solution. I'm calling you from the Office of the Human Rights Defender and Access to Justice, Lagos, Nigeria. Hello,
Good morning. Hello?
am I speaking to Mrs. Johnson? What is her name?
Johnson, the mother.
Yeah. Okay,
The
am I
Johnson
speaking
mother.
to Mrs. Idowu?
Yes.
Okay, we got complaint in our office against your son over visa scam in our office.
Okay.
Yes. Though we've served
Okay.
him invitation letter, today is the hearing, but is nowhere to be found here. And from the statement of the complainant, we're told that you also saw her involved in the matter, trying to resolve it. But in this moment, some of our vital documents have not been recovered, and also the money involved sent to your son as regard to the transaction has not even been recovered yet. Hence, we are calling you to equally hear from you. We've tried to reach him, but he switched off his two lines. It's the reason why we are contacting you, to also know the true stand of the complainant statements.
Okay. I'm not home now. I'm inside bus here. They can't talk. Can I have your number? I'll call you back. What is your name, please?
Oh, this case is treated from the office. There is no way I will avail you my personal line. The case is on already.
Oh,
And
what of office number? Your office number.
what is it? But you are talking already. You can talk in a calm tone.
As I cannot discuss inside bus, I'm in the bus. Not all what you can be discussed inside bus. I mean, that inside bus I can't discuss now.
Okay, but can I ask you a question? You can respond, even if you can't discuss. Did you promise them to refund the money back to them? Hello?
I'm not living there. I don't know where this case happened. But I talked to the lady.
Yeah.
So I told you I can't. I'm in the bus now. I can't talk. But I talked to the lady. I talked to her husband. It's true. I talked to them. But I'm in the bus now. I can't talk.
Well, because
if you don't have number, maybe your office will have number. I'll call your office number.
well, I don't really know what you want to say, that you cannot discuss why you are in the bus, so you cannot talk. Yes, you are aware that your son collected money from them. Yes, you are going to return the money. This is when you are returning the money. Yes, the vital document, this is the stage where it is they will have to pay, or they have to return the document to him, her, and all that. I don't think they these three different words. You cannot say yes or no, and you are in the bus, you cannot respond. But I believe we are calling you just because we are trying to resolve the case amicably. Hence, he did not come to this office today, and we've tried to get across to him off his phone. The only thing we'll do next is to get the appropriate authority involved, and we'll have to track him to get every document and the money recovered for this woman using First Avenue. That is, we'll have to enforce, because we invited him here for a peaceful resolution. He's not here. We have contacted you to know how peace will reign, how their money will be returned back to them. You are telling us you are in the bus, you cannot talk. And I believe if this is not criminal case, I don't know what you cannot talk there. And I'm asking you, you cannot say yes or no. You are asking me to tell you, you want to, I should give you up my number, or you want to communicate with the office and all that and all that. Whereas the woman is already sitting here.
The woman can come to you another time. I want like 2 hours. I talk to you.
And
I said I'm in the bus.
And you know where the woman comes from.
I can't be sat on the people's head.
You
when
don't.
You can't be sat on other people's head.
But you are the one shouting now.
There's no way I can discuss. He can stay with you there like a 1 hour. When I get there, I'll call back. I call the number back. I'll call the number back. Like a 1 hour time. If he's sleeping with you there.
Okay, so you cannot answer yes or no.
What's yes or no you want me to answer now?
Okay, the yes or no I want you to answer is that she said you are going to return the money back to them. Am I right? Month ending. Is that true?
I'm not saying I will refund all the money. It's true, I promised them that ending of this month I will give them something. I told them I cannot pay the money at the time. That's what I told them. I've not told them I'm going to refund the money ending of this month. I'm not working. I'm 70 years old. I told them, say, ending of this month I will give them something. And every month I will give them the money.
You said.
I'm not saying I'm going to refund all the money ending of this month.
You said.
Allow her to talk. You can't interrupt her. She's talking, you are talking. How will she hear what you are saying? You heard she says she's in the bus. Okay, respond. What did you want?
You can come there tomorrow. I will not go anywhere tomorrow. I'll talk to you.
No, we have
Since it's a big deal, you can come to your office tomorrow and I'll talk to you.
Okay, ma, today is our case. We have other cases. Each day, each time have cases. This is our own case time, and this is our own case date.
You know, I just hear today. You have never spoke to me before. Yeah. I just hear this one today.
We don't want to
I
engage.
just hear this one today.
Yes, ma. We don't want to engage you in too much talk. That is why we are asking the question of yes or no. Madam, repeat what she said you said. Said what you so that she can hear what you are saying.
She said
Speak up.
she said by the grace of God, that month ending, if
Yeah.
God help her, she might pay everything or she will pay half of the money. That was how she said it.
Okay, I don't know if you can hear her. She said you told them that you are going to pay half of the money or all the money by end of this month.
No, my daughter, I'm too cool like my daughter. Don't lie on me. Your husband asked me the question, I said I cannot see. I say I cannot see because if God help me. But ending of this month I'll give something. That's what I say. And I promise you. So you want to travel to I cannot deny what I told you. I said you want to travel to go and meet your husband, I will help you and I will get you who will do the visa for you. And you talk to the person by yourself, not me. I say you talk, I give you the number, you talk to the person by yourself. And I will make sure that you travel to go and meet your husband.
Okay.
I say I told you that my daughter.
Okay, madam.
That's what I said. I promise you.
Okay.
I will not tell you I'm going to balance with the money and ending of this month when I'm not working. I'm 70 years old here.
Okay, well, who is going to be responsible for the visa, the person you are going to introduce her to?
It's the one you are possible, not me.
Okay.
Provided we are paying him the money. Provided we are referring to the money, it's the one responsible, not me. I just want to help him.
Okay, why not refund it? Why not make the contact? Is the person in Nigeria? So that we can equally know the person. If the person can agree to do it, then you people pay the person the money and they will do the visa for her to join her husband.
That one is her own, not me. Now that one is her own, not me. What I put out is the case between her and my son. That's what I put out.
Okay, but you are the one that is bringing that suggestion. If you did not bring the suggestion,
No,
I cannot ask you.
No, when you say I say, that's what I'm telling you. What I
No,
promise
you
her.
say what I am saying is what you just said. That you wanted to connect her to somebody that would do visa, whatever.
That's what I said.
You are the one. I'm quoting your word now, not her. I am quoting your word. What will happen? You are still in the bus, right?
Yeah, I'm in the bus.
Okay, we need to resolve this matter because we cannot come online here tomorrow or because of this case. We need to finalize.
Okay.
Let us wait for you in another 45 minutes. Then we'll contact you back to finalize on this case.
Okay, bye.
Thank you.
Okay, you're welcome.
Thank you.
All right, we'll be going on break. We'll be back in another 45 minutes to have maybe like 15 minutes talk over this matter and communicate with the woman and have a final conclusion over this case. Thank you. And for those of you who have over few of you here who don't know where the other rest have gone to, otherwise it would have been better you share this case so that those that knows the guy can easily avail us. Address where he stays, though they have been there, then also share more of this case so that people that can be of help to this office on how we can recover this woman's money back to her successfully without stress or issues. We will appreciate that. So in 45 minutes we'll be back to communicate with the mother and see her response to that regard. And thank you very much, and I bless you guys that share it. God bless you. Love you.